Hi there, friends. It's our pleasure to have you on board for this informative weekend edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. Thanks for joining us. Inside the pages, our Western Roundup returns with stories of development in St. Ann and Hanover, plus a success story in the maritime sector. These and much more are coming up after this important message. You don't want to miss any of it, so please stick around.
Public passenger vehicle operators and commercial carriers, renew your road license online. It's as easy as 1-2 click. Visit the Transport Authority website at www.ta.org.jm. Choose your license type and click Apply Now. Sign in or create an account with your email address and complete the application process, uploading all relevant documents. Make payment using a debit or credit card. Once your application is approved, the Transport Authority will email you to collect your sticker. Pick up your sticker in office or utilize our courier service. Once the sticker is collected, your digital road license will be emailed to you. For more information, call the Transport Authority toll-free at 888-991-5687.
Thanks again for being here. We're starting our features with a Western Roundup of development activities that include Wi-Fi access in St. Ann and water supply in Hanover. Buckle up as we join team member Natalia Dixon on this journey.
Thanks for stopping by for another episode of Western Roundup. Today we'll bring you news from Hanover, where a water system was commissioned. Then we'll hop over to St. James for a youth forum, followed by the launch of free Wi-Fi services in St. Ann. Stick around for the details. More residents of Hanover are now benefiting from access to potable water. That's thanks to the completion of Phase 2 of the Cascade Water Supply System. Valued at a cost of $150 million, the project serves Pondside and adjoining communities. The facility forms part of the $600 million water project by the National Water Commission, NWC, and the Rural Water Supply Limited, RWSL, which commenced in 2013.
If you do not have the water in your house and in your place of business and at your school that you require, it is a drought. This investment will end the drought that has affected Pondside. We're very proud this afternoon to commission this system, and we commit further to ensure that those, like the students of Merlinotty High, get the connections to this system to ensure that water, which is life, is a reality for you in your own pipe.
We are extremely happy. It's really a celebration for us. As you hear, we have not water, running water in the pipes, if we had pipes, in this area for a long time. And so today is a very special day. And we are glad you are all here to celebrate with us.
The Universal Service Fund, USF, continues to be instrumental in providing free Wi-Fi access to citizens across the length and breadth of Jamaica. The latest area to benefit from free Wi-Fi service was Sentence Bay in St. Ann. At the recent launch, Portfolio Minister Darrell Voss commended the USF for its dedicated efforts in bridging the digital divide.
This launch in rural Jamaica is a significant milestone in the realm of connectivity and communication. Today we continue the journey to transform the way we live, work, and connect with each other. The Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport is honored to celebrate with you.
Students in the parish were also gifted tablets.
Connectivity to the World Wide Web is as important today as electricity was 30 years ago, as water has always been. It is normal in the developed world for our students to be connected. It is normal for our services to be digitized, and we have to step into that world in St. Ann.
At a forum over in St. James, students shared their thoughts on how the Child Protection and Family Service Agency, CPFSA, can better serve their needs. Improvements to the Ananda Alert system was among the topics discussed by students from 12 schools across St. James, Westmoreland, and Hanover.
The Ananda Alert system, to a great extent, is about the regular person being prepared and being armed with the knowledge as to how to initiate the alert going live. Because when it comes to missing children or children who are vulnerable, the early detection, the early initiation is what is really the most effective tool that we have to fight against child endangerment.
State Minister in the Ministry of Education and Youth, Marcia Smith, also encouraged students to provide feedback on ways to enhance the Ananda Alert system.
Don't take today lightly. It may not seem as if what you do will have an impact, but I'm telling you, it will. So participate fully and share with us what are the ways that you think that the Ananda Alert can be tweaked. If you have an idea, even if it sounds silly, put it out there.
That's all we have for you today. As usual, thank you for joining us for Western Roundup, where we take you from the corners of St. Elizabeth to the hilly terrains of St. Anne. Remember to send us your feedback to jismabe@gis.gov.gm. Until next time, take care.
Office of Public Procurement Policy at the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service presents Elevate Procurement Conference under the theme Elevate, Innovate, Create on April 23rd to 25, 2024 at the Montego Bay Convention Center. Don't miss 3 exciting days of symposiums by local and international procurement professionals, interactive sessions with industry leaders, and networking opportunities. Admission $50 per day or $135 for all 3 days. Visit mof.gov.jm to register.
Government buys goods and services from suppliers through what's called procurement. It's a system designed to ensure equity, fairness, transparency, and fiscal prudence in the expenditure of public funds. In our next feature, we get answers to some frequently asked questions about public procurement in Jamaica.
Procurement is the acquisition of goods, works, and services by any means. That is by hire purchase, rental, lease, and just by regular buying. And procurement is really about getting from the economic market those things that the government needs in order to deliver services that it's mandated to deliver. That's what public procurement is all about. Anybody can be a supplier to the government. There are only 2 criteria that you must meet. That is, ordinarily, suppliers must be registered with the Public Procurement Commission and must be tax compliant in order to be eligible to participate. But there's no discrimination, there's no fetter on your participation. The government spends approximately $3 billion United States dollars every year in the public procurement market in Jamaica. $3 billion United States dollars. That's about 450 billion Jamaican dollars. And we use that to purchase petroleum products, but also industrial equipment and the construction of buildings and roads and services for the cleaning and portering of hospitals. It's a really big business, and you should be a part of it. In Jamaica, public procurement is governed by a legislative framework found in the Public Procurement Act 2015, as well as the Public Procurement Regulations 2018, the Public Procurement Reconsideration and Review Regulations 2018, the Public Procurement Registration and Classification of Suppliers Regulations 2019, and a range of other ministerial orders that have been made pursuant to those legislation. The Office of Public Procurement Policy is the central focal point on procurement thought and development in Jamaica. It is a branch of the Public Expenditure and Policy Coordination Division at the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. The Office of Public Procurement Policy is mandated by law to develop the public procurement system using statistics and data and cutting-edge thought to ensure that public procurement is efficient, effective, and it does exactly what it's meant to do, to ensure that services are delivered to all the citizens of Jamaica. In Jamaica, public procurement rules are based on 4 main principles. 1, a principle of transparency that says government must be open and forthright and must also ensure that all suppliers have the ability to see when contract opportunities are available, and that anyone who is interested can understand the actions and decisions that have been taken in the public procurement transactions. 2, a principle of competition, which says as far as possible, government should ensure that all the suppliers who can get a shot at earning a contract. 3, a principle of equitable treatment that says once you are able to supply, you should be asked to supply, and that you should receive the same treatment right across the board. There should be no distinction unless there's a good reason for doing so. And finally, a principle of proportionality. And that says we should not do what goes beyond what is necessary to get things done. So all the bureaucratic and difficult parts of the process, we must be careful to reduce those so that we can get into contract quickly and get that contract implemented in the best possible way. Those are the 4 main principles that underpin the public procurement system in Jamaica. The Procurement Review Board is a quasi-judicial tribunal. And what that means, it's a body that's established by the Public Procurement Act that's assembled to hear complaints from aggrieved bidders. That is, those persons who have participated in public procurement and who feel that the system has not worked for them in the way expected. So maybe they will allege that the procuring entity did not follow the rules or that they did not give them the right points, etc. The Procurement Review Board will hear those complaints and will direct the procuring entity or the aggrieved bidder to make restitution or amends as necessary. Now, the Procurement Review Board differs from the Integrity Commission or any other oversight institution. Those institutions are empowered to identify acts of misfeasance and corruption and to ensure that appropriate sanctions are levied against those who are caught in those acts.
The following is brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Your government is empowering you through education, training, and development. That is why we have removed all fees for every Jamaican accessing training through the Heart NSTA Trust. So, whatever you desire training in, food and hospitality, beauty and cosmetology, housekeeping and hotel management, welding, carpentry, masonry, or any of the dozens of programs Heart offers, you can enroll completely free and change your life. We are building Jamaica.
The proceeding was brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Jamaica as a maritime state is increasing its share of earnings from this water-driven sector, expanding and adding new services. Among the latest developments is the Jamaica German ship repair dry dock facility in Kingston.
German Ship Repair Jamaica Limited, GSR's 235-meter-long Panamax-size floating dry dock called Jam Dock 1 is moored at the entity's shipyard along the Sir Florizel Glaspole Highway off the Kingston Harbour. The GSR and Jamaica's first ever floating dry dock was commissioned in the last quarter of 2023. It is equipped with cutting-edge technology to lift vessels out of the water for repairs. The dry dock has not been operational long, but already reports suggest that it has begun reaping success.
We have the first job that was completed. It was a ship called the Mexican Giant, and that ship is a heavy lift carrier that came out of Mexico that works with the oil industry in the Gulf of Mexico. The process was a little bit slower than we wanted. The Mexican authorities and the owners of the vessel was very, very pleased with the quality of the work at the end of the day. So we were very proud of that.
German ship repair Jamaica has since moved on to a second project, the Vikrant Dolphin. This is a diving support barge registered in St. Kitts and operating in the Gulf of Mexico within the offshore oil industry. Jamaica receives approximately 3,000 port calls, while about 180,000 vessels operate within the region. The GSRJ is looking to capitalize on the economic growth potential of that as it continues its phased development.
We're now starting to see the successes. We have a long way to go in terms of our development to complete that, but really and truly it has been a success already after the first job was completed and that vessel set sail.
Sights are set on building out a model apprenticeship program for Jamaican youth by partnering with the Caribbean Maritime University CMU. This will create a pool of individuals with international grade technical skills.
This is especially important to us in Jamaica. You have an arrangement with the Jamaican shipyard to make sure that our graduates right there at CMU are trained here. That increases our productivity. So what I see is that the German shipyard here in Jamaica is creating a new paradigm where productivity at the highest German level is brought here and will raise everybody who works with you. Any contractor who works with you has to work at the international level. That simply means that they have to be more productive. They have to be well trained, they have to be certified, which of course HART does, which of course CMU does, UTEC.
We have a number of persons from India, from Chile, also from Germany. Obviously we have from Poland and so on. So we have a number of persons and we're still in the process of recruiting more. These persons are working very, very closely with our local persons in the same fields, so the knowledge transfer is happening.
The upskilling of our labor force is fantastic. The quality that is going to come out of the investment made here, we believe will be a game changer for the country. And we're excited for it, and we just want to thank the German Ship Repair for the partnership.
While there are plans to install additional docks, the immediate focus is to finish construction on phase 1 of the development. This includes building out a new state-of-the-art workshop for engine and steel fabrication works.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Original. Construction of a new building to create a modern hospital that meets the growing healthcare demands is what's taking place in Spanish Town. It's the focus of today's Healthwise segment.
The redevelopment of the 430-bed Spanish Town Hospital is moving forward. It will include the construction of a new state-of-the-art 6-story facility spanning more than 17,000 square meters. $5.5 billion Jamaican dollars is being spent on the project.
The government of Jamaica is determined to transform the health system for patients and their families. Critical for health staff to motivate them and to get their best output. This health system strengthening program was designed to do just that.
Redevelopment of the Spanish Town Hospital is being implemented by the government of Jamaica under the Health System Strengthening Program. It is benefiting from financial support from the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, and European Union, as well as the government's coffers.
Because we have built the economy on strong footing, putting in the necessary fiscal buffers, making sure that we manage expenditure, we have been able to reduce our debt servicing, so that we have more money to spend on the things that matter to you. Today is a perfect example of what a good economy delivers for its citizens. This government has managed your fiscal affairs, your revenues, the taxes that you pay, whether it is GCT, property tax, whatever tax. We have managed it in such a way that today, from our budget, we can say we will allocate $87 million from our budget. So yes, we do get some grants. Yes, we have to borrow. Still our responsibility, we're going to pay it back. But the greater part of this investment comes from the productivity of the Jamaican people.
The new building will boast an accident and emergency wing on its ground floor, alongside an ambulance bay, triage and consultation rooms, and lounge areas for medical staff. The ground floor will also have a radiology department equipped with MRI, X-ray, and CT scan rooms, among other diagnostic services. It will also accommodate outpatient services, an endoscopy unit, surgical suite, and an intensive care unit. The new structure will also include 6 operating theaters with all the necessary services. There are to be multiple general and special wards, including isolation rooms, and a separate wing for laboratory services, including immunology, hematology, serology labs, and blood collection center.
Know your numbers and control the keys to a healthier heart. Know the numbers for your blood pressure, cholesterol level, blood glucose level, and your weight and body mass index. Find out the risks they represent and what you need to do to stay healthy. Talk to your doctor and start making healthy lifestyle choices to prevent a heart attack or stroke.
Coming now to the end of this week's Saturday Magazine. But before we do, let's take these few remaining minutes to continue the health conversation. We want you to take care of your health and stay well. And a good start is understanding what's in your food.
Part of maintaining good health is knowing our nutritional requirements and what is in the foods we consume. When we know, we are able to make better choices about what we eat and empowered to avoid non-communicable diseases (NCDs) such as diabetes, hypertension, cancers, and cardiovascular diseases like stroke and heart disease. In recognition of this, the government encourages consumers to look carefully on the ingredients and nutrition facts labels on foods.
NCDs is a national crisis, and what and how we eat is a contributory factor to developing or worsening. Our message, healthy eating, active living, read it before you eat it, places emphasis on educating and empowering people about the choices made for food consumption. In keeping with our vision for a healthy Jamaica, our goal is to equip Jamaicans to read food labels in order to make healthier food choices.
The fact that more than 70% of deaths in Jamaica are linked to NCD conditions, which are increasing, is enough reason for all of us to eat healthy foods, exercise regularly, and get adequate rest. Like sweet music to the soul, the healthy living message must resonate, and the Ministry of Health is chiming through the airwaves with its public awareness campaign.
Sugars and the fats by percentile, less in upon the right track. You for zoom in on the nutrition facts. It there in the table on the side or the back. Vitamins, minerals, and vitamin 2, 20% and more that good for you. You for
It is our collective responsibility to take stock of the health impact of excesses in sugars, salts, and fats, and take steps to reduce consumption.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness, through the Nutrition Facts Panel media campaign, is fast-tracking its response to the scourge of non-communicable diseases (NCD) by getting more Jamaicans to zoom in on what's in their food. The campaign is a collaborative effort of the Ministry of Health, the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, National Health Fund, and the Jamaica Association of Professionals in Nutrition and Dietetics.
I think this is a great start, and it supports the other things that we're doing, like school nutrition policy, the physical activity program, the elimination of trans fats, and so on. We have to see it all related and linked and make the push to get it working.
Preliminary findings of a recent baseline evaluation survey for Nutrition Facts Panel Education campaign show that while 70% of Jamaicans have a general awareness of Nutrition Facts Panel and 69% express a positive attitude towards them, only 30% are able to accurately interpret and apply the information on them. Ingredients on food labels are listed from the greatest to the least amount of nutrients. Pay attention to things like fats, sodium, and sugar, of which you are to consume a percentage daily value of 5% or less. Keep these in mind as well. The general daily limit of added sugars is 6 teaspoons or 24 grams for women and children, while for men it's 9 teaspoons or 36 grams. Your fat intake should be 6 teaspoons or 30 grams, including 13 grams for saturated fat. The general daily limit for sodium is less than 1 teaspoon or 20 grams. It's also recommended that we reduce consumption of foods that have a percentage daily value greater than 20%. Choose foods that are high in dietary fiber, minerals such as iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium, and vitamins. Go for products with percentage daily values greater than 20% for these nutrients.
It is important that Jamaicans learn to read and interpret the Nutrition Facts Panel with its information on serving sizes, calories, nutrients, and percent daily value for the individual intake. This will empower people to choose foods that allow them to maintain energy and the appropriate nutrient requirements, particularly sugars, salts, and fats.
So, next time you go shopping, remember to read it before you eat it. And don't just read it, do so and make the best nutrition choice for your good health.
Calling all creators, join the JIS Creators Challenge.
We want to see your unique perspective on why you love Jamaica.
Whether it's through a Jamaican adventure, arts and craftsmanship, or Jamaican cuisine.
A party lifestyle or a celebration of our Otamaniwan people culture.
Unleash your creativity in a video 1 minute or less, showcasing why you love Jamaica.
Upload your video to your socials and tag JIS by March 8th.
Follow us on all our platforms for more info
on how to enter and prizes to be won. Stay tuned!
This is where we leave you on today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Be here on this station tomorrow for more information you can use to transform your life. Until then, visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for this and other offerings. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Remember, live good and walk good.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.